What's up, guys? I'm out doing some grocery shopping today with Avery, so it's just me and her, some good old-fashioned daddy time. You can probably hear her toys there in the back. I'm driving home. Today's video is on one of my favorite fish on the planet, and I know I say that all the time, but guys, this is an actual monster fish, so I'm super excited to do this info guide to help, and it is the clown knife fish. These things get insanely huge, and they're probably one of the most unique body-styled fish in the industry, and they're predators, so it's even more awesome. But you need to listen closely because these fish, these are really super unique fish that need specific parameters, and like tank size and just specific tank mates that might go wrong, because these are very powerful fish and they grow 2 feet long, so you're gonna need a 300-gallon minimum. But I'm gonna quit blabbing. Let's take a look at some footage. I want to give a shout out to some of the guys over at the Knife Fish Keepers Facebook group, because you guys sent me some great footage, and I'm super thankful to be able to do this video. Let's check it out. First and foremost, I just want to preach one more time. These guys do grow to 2 feet long, so you're going to need a big tank. So that is the biggest setback on buying these fish, and I find that a lot of people buy them and keep them in smaller tanks, and they just plan on, air quotes, sizing up, and it just never happens. And I think it's kind of the reason you don't see a lot of these adult fish in the industry, is because they either have to get rid of them, or they die, or something happens to where the keeper can't upgrade their tank size to a tank that big. So if you can't do that, you probably just shouldn't even buy one. So other than that though, these guys, what a weird factor with these fish is they are actually nocturnal, so you need to make sure that you have adequate hiding places, and that's because during the day when your lights are on, if they don't have hiding places, they're going to get super insecure, and it's very common for these fish to die because of this reason. So I highly advise you get yourself some of those black pipes that I preach about getting fish into, because what's great about the black plastic is the fish, it replicates like a dark cave, and they're just super good to have. I have them in almost all my cichlid tanks. The fish love them, and I'll throw a link in the description box. What else is there? Tank size, hiding places. They're nocturnal. You may find that these fish are super picky feeders. One of my friends keeps one, and he said that he has a hard time getting it not to eat anything, or I'm saying this wrong. They love feeder fish. Once you start on feeders, you're not going to go back, because let's be honest, a predator is going to want a live feeder fish over cut up tilapia or those crappy pellets that we so-called we think our fish enjoy them, but these predators want live foods, let's be honest. So big tank, hiding places, good quality food. They're going to be picky eaters. It's going to be a hassle picking up live feeders all the time, I'm guessing, for you, because I know that's a huge problem with all of my predator fish is 2 or 3 times a week I have to pick up live food, and it just gets super annoying, but it's one of those things you have to do for the fish. So, and by the way, if you guys have kept these fish and you want to hit up the comment section and just kind of spew out your experience, that would be awesome, because it's help from other fish keepers that have already kept these fish that they had problems with, that really helps helps us that are going to get them in the future. So, and I actually reached out to a couple of the guys over on the Facebook group, and they said that the hardest things were fighting the live feeder thing and trying to find good live feeders in their area, because goldfish are really crappy live feeders. We all know that. And even rosy minnows, some people consider crappy, and it's really just that's one thing you're gonna battle. Tank size is probably going to be the biggest thing. They also said that you might have issues with aggression once these fish mature right around the 12-inch mark, because they found that keeping them with in a lot of these tanks you see, they have a wide spectrum of tank mates, but once they hit a maturity level, they have a tendency to kill things. And you're going to find that these fish are incredibly fast swimmers. It's because of their elongated body, and it's almost like they don't have a spine, but they actually do. And there's actually cool footage of these big knife fish going after feeders, and they're catching like 2 or 3 feeders in one pounce, you know, like at one attack. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. So I'm a huge fan of these fish. I'm hoping that when I get my custom 500-gallon plywood tank going, I'm going to get one of these. There's just so much to love about these fish. You can see in the videos here. You may find that because it's a nocturnal fish, you might want to go back on your lighting a little bit. Like, I find that low lighting helps my fish a lot. It kind of sucks because you want to have a showcase tank and blast your tank with light, but with a nocturnal fish sometimes, or even like somewhat timid fish, low lighting just works better, I find. So hit up the comments. I would love to hear your experience. Hit the like button for these fish. All right, guys, thanks a lot.